Can we just get one thing out of the way before I start this video? I really don't think that this episode is that bad. Well, now I lost all my subscribers. Let's compare Atlantis SquarePantis to really loud music. Hey guys, MBK Reviews here. And you want to know a thing about me? I really like the Loud House. And I really love SpongeBob too. SpongeBob's probably my all-time favorite show, with Loud House as a very close second. So there had to be a review like this in the future. Well, that's why I'm here today, to compare really loud music to Atlantis SquarePantis. So first thing I want to do is compare the opening songs to these specials. Because believe it or not, they're different in very big ways. In Atlantis SquarePantis, SpongeBob and Patrick are blowing bubbles when Patrick gets pissed and destroys the camera. And SpongeBob sings a song of how bubbles pop. That's a pretty weird premise for an opening song, but alright. On the other hand, really loud music begins with Luna trying to play a song for a music contest. And we're just introduced to a song right off the bat, which in my opinion, is freaking awesome. I love this song. And Luan's singing is just perfect. That's because her voice actor is a singer and all. But how does the opening song to Atlantis SquarePantis sound? Okay, I don't think that this opening song is that bad. It's just a little too slow. And comparing this song to the spectacular opening song to really loud music, this song is honestly pretty empty. Like, what song would actually make you feel more pumped up and ready to see what the episode has in store? This song or this song. Yeah, really loud music's opening song is obviously superior. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about Atlantis SquarePantis because nothing too much happens for a few minutes, so I'm gonna adjust my point of view to really loud music. Before Luan submits the song, she starts to have doubts and goes around seeing what other people have to sing. In other words, she goes around the entire house and sees what everyone else is doing. Then we get the second song of the special. I really like this song, but I think it's a little too short. Then again, I think it's meant to be short. I don't think these songs were meant to be so long, because if they were long, this episode would just come off as filler. But it really doesn't, and I like that. Then Luan hears Lola. I honestly think that this song is one of the weaker ones because of the slightly grating voice. But it's nowhere near from bad. But it's by no means a bad song. In the background, there's an explosion, and Luan goes to check out Lisa. Yes, Lisa raps, and it's awesome. Enough said. So Lisa agrees to help Luan with her song problem. And I honestly think Luan in the crib is kind of funny. She gets an idea and then she leaves. Now we get Lenny's song, which is one of the longer songs of the special.
Is it a crush? Or maybe it's chemistry. Maybe it's all in my head. Lori, look at this thread. Tell me what you see.
Oh, and Lori sings too.
Don't wanna call it like if it isn't true.
This is probably my second favorite song in the special, next to Play It Loud. I love how the two oldest sisters get a duet. I think that was a really smart decision. Now it's Luna's turn.
Every now and then I think the world's a scary place, but I remember it looks better with the pie thrown at your face.
What in the hell is this? This song is weird in the best possible way. And it's probably the best animated song in the whole special. After that song, we get to Lucy.
The universe is empty, and there's nothing to be sure of but darkness. There's no music in the void, so why bother anyway?
I know Lucy's all deep and dark and all, but I really wish this song actually tried to make her sing. Just to spice things up, it's Lynn's turn.
Get pumped, get ready, this beat's about to get heavy. Go brighter, hooray! That's the sound of me winning all day.
Hey! Okay. Hey! That song was great! Luan is still confused on what song she should pick. And now it's the parents' turn.
Darling, keep me company on the rocky road of life.
We'll just sing in harmony as the kids all scream, be quiet!
Yeah, I also really like this song. It has a nice country type of vibe. Oh, okay, you're pushing it. Yeah, that moment, that was unpleasant. Next, it's Lincoln. And
And the beat goes on, even if we get it wrong. 'Cause friends don't think, they're just in sync. The best buds, amigos, the list goes on.
god damn, I didn't know that Lincoln had a voice. Yeah, Lincoln, my god. Anyway, Luan is defeated and she goes back into her room when she hears this.
My God, don't stop. Pretend the sun's never coming up. High tops, tube socks. Oh, I literally love this song. Shut up, so do I.
And this is a song that pretty much everyone loves, even Lucy. And yes, baby dancing is cute. Even the family pets start dancing. And not only do the Louds like it, but everyone else does. And we see that as everyone starts dancing along to the song. Yep, everywhere around the world, people like this song. And I do too. This gives Luan the inspiration and she gets the songwriting. Now let's switch perspectives to Atlantis SquarePantis since really loud music is at the halfway mark. So SpongeBob blows an enormous bubble which traps the both of them, sending them flying into the sky. SpongeBob doesn't notice until Patrick says this.
Now, Patrick, this bubble is gonna break all records.
Well, I hope it doesn't break until we get a little closer to the ground.
Anyway, the two of them get carried into a cave, and then the bubble pops on this really big medallion, which they call an amulet. For some odd reason, one half is missing, so it reads Antis. And Patrick thinks it might be one of SpongeBob's ancestors. In my opinion, that's a pretty smart idea. This episode honestly could have been about SpongeBob meeting his lost ancestors. But hey, you get what you get. So Mr. Krabs is at the museum, and he secretly charges people for admission in his usual cheapskate way. But when he almost gets busted by SpongeBob and Patrick, he ducks inside. And when he almost gets busted by a cop, he runs inside the museum. And Squidward is there. And okay, that is kind of obvious. SpongeBob and Patrick accidentally crash into Squidward, and he finds the amulet.
What are you doing with the amulet of Atlantis?
We were just...
You going to steal it?
No, Squidward, we never...
This is a new low even for you two.
You sure about that, Squidward? Yeah, there's some episodes where does more creepy stuff. Anyway, he sees the other half of the Atlantean amulet. He assumes that he found it. Squidward tells Mr. Krabs of the Atlantean golden riches, and this really psychs Mr. Krabs up. He tells the rest of the gang that all the inventions they used today were created by the Atlanteans. Then SpongeBob finds a bubble, which really psychs the two of them up. Squidward then rejoins the two halves. A beam of light makes a bus crash down through the ceiling. And how it looks on the inside, it's actually CGI. Honestly, this is pretty impressive. And the bus isn't powered by gasoline fuels, it's powered by song. And you know what this means? Our second song of the musical. It's a song that honestly reminds me of the Dora the Explorer travel song, which sounds like it wouldn't be a good thing, but I actually don't mind this song. But something I really have to pick at this special is how Plankton is put into the plot. Let's shoehorn him in. Maybe Plankton could have snuck onto the bus while it was sitting there. But, nope. Other than that, I can get past this song. Anyway, the gang arrive in the lost city of Atlantis, which honestly looks pretty nice. And then we meet the Lord Royal Highness. That looks like something that should have been in Metroid. Anyway, with the gang gone, Plankton tries to escape the bus. And he just so happens to be a manual in the back. And the other backgrounds for inside are really nice too. I can tell that they put effort into this. And this is where I wonder why so many people hate this special. I mean, to me it feels like they're trying. It really feels like they tried. Anyway, Plankton comes along and then sneaks into the Atlantean weapon area. And that ends Act 2. Back to really loud music. Luan tries to write another song. And the end result?
Everybody loves this, everybody does this. I'm just gonna do it too. We don't need a new song, we already got one. I'm just gonna give you what everybody wants.
Is awesome. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if I heard a song like this on the radio. She then submits the new song. And a few days later...
And what?
Okay, that was funny. But turns out that Luan's song made it into the top 5. She arrives in the theater, and the two hosts of America's Next Hitmaker join see Luna. But they don't think that her look really captures her song. So what do?
I love you, dear Luna, now change. You're destined for fortune and fame. There's so much room for improvement. We love you, dear Luna, now change.
A really good song. And the end result is... that. Alrighty then. Everyone mistakes her for not being Luan, and some honestly kind of funny jokes. And then she storms off when everyone is confused by her new look. Back at the theater, it's the night of the contest. But the hosts decide to change everything, even her guitar. And change so much to the point where she doesn't even have to even sing. Just lip sync. And this devastates her. And leads to...
What have I done? Is it too late? Time will be gone. I'm not known. So what I hate from home undid. The spotlight that is gone.
One of the best cartoon songs I've ever heard. And if you look deeply into the song, it's almost like a metaphor for teens who try to be cool. Think about it. Luan changed her whole personality just to be cool. Just to look like the perfect girl for that song. And now she is filled with so much regret. Feeling like this is her biggest mistake she's ever made. And that is really, really good character development. Anyway, Luan goes to talk to the two hosts, but they tell her that she has to go as Lulu or she can't go at all. But when it's her time to perform, she does this.
Sorry, I've made a huge mistake. This isn't me. I'm not Lulu. I am Luna Loud.
That was fantastic. I love that they did this. I love that she gave up everything just to be her true self. And we get a reprise of the amazing song that played in the beginning, including another verse.
First things first, I ain't no second place. Rules are meant for vengeance till they break.
Just about everything in this moment is absolutely amazing. And whoa!
Play it loud, I got no time for turning it down.
Wow. The first time I watched this episode, I was at a loss of words. This is probably one of, if not my favorite episode of the entire show. It's definitely the best special they had. And if I would make a top 10 best episodes of 2018, this episode would probably appear pretty close to number 1. It really is an amazing musical. Now let's return to Atlantis SquarePantis. Anyway, LRH leads them all to the treasure vault, where we get our next song, the musical. And I have to say,
Oh, if I'd only known when I woke up today, I'd have to be tailors along the way.
I'm not the biggest fan of it. Yeah, coming from a guy who loves SpongeBob, I have to say this song is kind of grating. After the song ends, Mr. Krabs decides to leave the group and play with the treasure. And here's another strange complaint. A lot of people say that this episode rips off Willy Wonka. I don't know if this is because I haven't seen Willy Wonka, but I really don't see why people say that this is a ripoff of Willy Wonka. Anyway, LOH shows the gang a device that can turn anything into ice cream. Alrighty then. Anyway, the whole gang are transported into a video game simulator. And the animation is not bad. And the main enemies of this video game simulator are germs. Odd choice for video game enemies, but okay. And it leads us to the next song of the special.
Soon as I send these critters to their doom. Look out, germs. The end is near. Your days are numbered. 'Cause Satan is here.
Yeah, I don't like the song either. I don't even think the voice actors for these characters were meant to sing. They were just meant to, voice act and be goofy, not to sing. Sandy decides to leave the gang to play with the video game simulator. And now it's Plankton's turn for a song.
Oh, what a beautiful sight! Weapons as far as the eye can see. But which one will be right for me?
Still not a fan. One of the bigger problems I see with this episode and many others see is that Elright is voiced by a singer, but he's the only character in this special that didn't get a song, which is honestly kind of weird. Anyway, Squidward goes into the art room, and now it's his turn for a song.
So pick up a brush, a pencil or pen. If you don't like this one, paint it again.
Okay, the songs are getting better. I really do like this song. It sounds sweet and calm, relaxing. And it sounds like the voice actor for Squidward really is trying. And okay, I gotta admit, this part is actually kind of funny. So now, SpongeBob and Patrick finally get to see the bubble. But first, there's a little backstory on the bubble. So, the Atlanteans carried the bubble over distant lands for many years to protect it. And now found the perfect location to put it in. Weird backstory, but I'll take it. They stare at the bubble, but then accidentally almost drop the glass tube or sphere that it's in. And it almost pops. But by sheer luck, it doesn't. And then, just when they think they're in the clear, this happens.
We should go before something bad does happen.
Ooh, let's get a picture for our scrapbooks before we leave.
Great idea, Patrick.
People say that the episode feels padded out since we have to see everyone sing their favorite things in Atlantis. But I honestly think that it's kind of necessary. Let me explain. So when they're all gathered up at the round table, they say how much they enjoyed everything and that they don't want to leave. So when they are forced to leave, they're distraught. I think it's a pretty good way to show how much they enjoyed Atlantis and the fact that they don't want to leave. Anyway, Patrick accidentally pops the real bubble, and LRH gets pissed and sends out the guards. And this really cool chase scene happens, with Sandy using everyone as props to defend themselves against the guards. And when everyone manages to escape outside, they see that. And, what? What the? Oh my god, how could I forget? How could I forget to talk about the Patchy segments? They honestly come off a lot more weird than funny, especially in the later half. Yeah, that's all I have to say on the matter. Just when it looks like the gang are about to be defeated, this happens. Yup, it's just ice cream. And that's about cop out. And it's time for the gang to leave. And we end on the final song.
Goodbye, Atlantis. But we really have to go back to a little town that is the greatest place I know.
I also really like this song too. I think it's a nice song to wrap everything up. The gang all go back to Bikini Bottom, and this was Atlantis SquarePantis. I wouldn't say this special was bad, but I would say it was underwhelming. Yeah, Really Loud Music is obviously superior. It honestly has way better songs, a faster plot, and just really good animation. So yeah, I like Really Loud Music better. So yeah, what's gonna be my next review? Oh, son of a...